All right, heading out to the field to go do some video shooting of landing and takeoff pads. And behind me in my backpack back here, I've got 2 landing or takeoff pads from Freewell. Now there's 3 reasons to use a takeoff landing pad, and the first one is obviously to keep the dirt and the mud and the sand out of your drone. And the second reason is that you ever notice that like on a Spark and a Mavic Air, and even the Mavic Pro, that the gimbals are so low to the ground that if you try to initialize the drone, it doesn't really initialize so well. So that's one reason that a landing pad is really good, because it keeps the gimbal off the ground. And of course, the third reason is the most important, which is the reason I use a landing pad the most, is if I put a landing pad down in a park and there's a lot of people around, well, when I'm flying, everybody stays away from the landing pad. So that gives me a safe zone to land the drone without people being in the way, and I have to like say, get out of the way, I'm landing a drone. So those are the great reasons for a landing pad. Now, I'm almost at the park here, so I'm going to show you the 2 landing pads I brought with me today. Hey, I found a patch of grass. Now, the first landing pad, or takeoff pad, whatever you want, I never know what to call these, is this one here by Freewell. Now, if you watch all my videos, you'll see that I use exactly this landing pad. I've had it for a long time. This one's actually brand new. Freewell sent me another one. So I'll show you what you get in. This is what if you buy it brand new. So inside you get the pegs. There should be 4 in here, but obviously I've taken one out. And this here just flips out. You have 2 sides. You have the red and black, or the brightly colored one that I like because it really stands out. And there it goes with the wind. Now, because of the wind, what you do is you take your landing pad, I usually just shove this underneath, so that works so well, is you put these spikes in and you just stick them in these little tabs, and you only need 2 and it holds it to the ground. And one thing, I don't know why I do this, but I've done this from day one, is I always orientate north, south, east, west. I have no idea. So I know for a fact that's north, and see, even I put it down with that going north. Don't know why I do it, but I do it all the time, and it works great. So the next one I'm going to show you, let me just push this aside, is this one. I haven't opened this yet. This is another one by Freewell. You can see, look at this. This is sitting on the grass, and look at how wet it is. So you can imagine if you put down your Spark, your Mavic, whatnot, any of your drones, they're going to get, you know, all this water in them, and they're really not rated for moisture and water. So that's why a landing takeoff pad is great. Hey, they do call it a landing pad. So that's what I'll call it, a landing pad, not a landing takeoff pad. So here we go. I've never opened this one. Let me just rip it open. I have no idea what's inside. Freewell just sent me this one. It's square, which is interesting. All right, so this thing here looks like a book. And what's it do? It folds out. Oh, it's a tiny one. It's a little tiny one. And it looks like, you know what it reminds me of? Right here, this section, it looks like the cover that you would put on a tablet. This looks like a tablet cover, tablet cover, tablet cover, tablet cover, whole pile of them. So on this side here, you've got the north, south, east, west, and there it is in the orange as well. And if I put a size comparison, let me just put them together. So this one would be perfect for your Spark and your Mavic Air and your Mavic Pro. I don't think I'd put a larger drone on this one here. Sure, you could put the Phantom 4, but when you come down to land, it doesn't give you much room to actually make the landing perfect. Whereas this one, which is the one I use for all the drones of all sizes, even an Inspire works well on this one. That's the one I like the best. So let me just show you. I'm going to put a drone on them and just show you what it looks like. So with me today I have the Mavic Air, which is probably one of the most popular drones that DJI ever made, because it comes in at a good price and it has a lot of decent features, a lot of beginner features, and a few pro features. And when you match them together, you get a pretty nice drone. Now, even when I put these little legs down, do you see how low this is? If I put this up here, see how low that is to the ground, the gimbal? So if I had that sitting on grass, this has to initialize and move up and down, and it wouldn't have a lot of room to do it. So that's why a landing pad is really good. And also, as I mentioned too, my first point was when you take off the prop wash, it blows, if I'm on the ground, it blows all that dirt and dust up. And where does that dirt and dust go? It goes right in your gimbal, and you're going to have problems with your gimbal in the future. How many times have you seen people on forums say, I don't know what's going on with my Mavic, but there's a gimbal initialization error? Well, that's because you get all sorts of dirt and crud in there, and then it doesn't work that well. So here we go. What's it look like? Here, I'll put the bright colored side. And of course, I got to orientate it because that's just my OCD happening here. So there we go. Not too bad. Fits quite well. And if you want to see it on the larger one, the one I always use, it looks like this. See, it's pretty tiny. Now, just for fun, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off and see if I can land back on here perfectly on the H manually and try to land on this H as well. Bring it up. A little windy out here. You can see it's a bit on an angle because the wind's blowing. Wind is coming this way. So let's see if I can bring it down and land it over the little spot there. Not bad with the wind. I suck at it. Let's try the little one here. Don't blow away on me. The little one does not come with little spikes to put in the ground for the wind, but it is made solid. And it looks like it folds up pretty small, so let's start that up. And let's bring it up. And let's see if we can bring it down on the little one. Come on down. Not bad, not bad, not bad at all. So you can land it on these things, it's perfectly fine. All right, I hope this video helped you see that landing pads are actually, you know, a really good thing. They're kind of essential in many situations, especially for me where I have snow, mud, and this grass is soaking wet. So I'm always gonna use a landing pad in those cases, or if I go to the beach. And like I said, it keeps people away. Right now, do you see anybody around? Nobody's around me, so they're working. All right, I'm gonna put the link below where you can buy these landing pads either on the Freewell Amazon site or the actual Freewell website itself. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.